we will talk about past simple, past continuous, and past perfect with clear examples. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use them naturally in your own sentences. Let's start carefully and step by step. Let's begin with the past simple. The past simple is used to talk about actions that happened and finished in the past. For example, yesterday I walked to the park. Or, last week I visited my grandmother. We're talking about a specific time in the past and the action is finished. Repeat after me carefully. Yesterday I walked to the park. Yesterday, I walked to the park. It is simple, and the main idea is to use the past form of the verb. Sometimes I joke and say, yesterday, I danced like a superhero, and everyone laughs, but it is still correct grammar. Now, let's talk about the past continuous. We use the past continuous to describe actions that were happening at a specific time in the past. For example, yesterday at 5 o'clock, I was reading a book, or I was watching TV when my friend called me. Notice that we use was or were plus the verb ending in ing. Repeat after me carefully. I was reading a book. I was reading a book. This tense is very useful when you want to show that an action was in progress at a particular moment or when one action was happening while another action occurred. For example, I can say, I was cooking dinner when the cat jumped on the table. And you can imagine the funny scene. This shows clearly how past continuous works in real situations. Now we move to the past perfect. The past perfect is used to talk about an action that happened before another action in the past. For example, I had eaten breakfast before I went to school. Or, she had finished her homework when her friends arrived. Repeat after me carefully. I had eaten breakfast before I went to school. I had eaten breakfast before I went to school. We use had plus the past participle of the verb, and it helps us show the order of past events. Sometimes, the past perfect can make stories very clear and interesting. For example, when I arrived at the cinema, the movie had already started. Or, he was tired because he had played football all afternoon. By using past perfect, you connect past events and make your story more understandable. Let's try an example together. Imagine yesterday, I woke up late and I missed the bus. I can say, I had forgotten to set my alarm, so I woke up late. First I forgot, then I woke up late. The past perfect shows which action happened first. Now let's compare all three tenses together in one story. Yesterday morning, I woke up at 7 o'clock, so I use past simple. I woke up at 7 o'clock. Then I started reading a book at 8 o'clock, so I use past continuous. At 8 o'clock, I was reading a book. After that, my friend called me and I realized that I had forgotten to do my homework, so I use past perfect. I had forgotten to do my homework before my friend called me. Do you see how all three tenses work together? Past simple shows what happened, past continuous shows what was happening, and past perfect shows what happened before another action. Sometimes I like to make funny sentences with these tenses. For example, I had eaten too much cake before I danced at the party, and while I was dancing, I spilled juice everywhere. This is fun, but it is also correct English, and it shows how you can mix all three tenses naturally in a story. Remember, when you speak about the past, you can combine past simple, past continuous, and past perfect to make your sentences clear and interesting. Always think carefully about the order of events and the time when actions happened. Let's try another story together. Yesterday evening, I cooked dinner for my family. So we can say in past simple, I cooked dinner for my family. While I was cooking, my little sister was drawing pictures. So we use past continuous. While I was cooking, my sister was drawing pictures. Before dinner, my mother had already set the table. So we say past perfect. My mother had set the table before dinner. By using these three tenses, we can tell the story smoothly and clearly. So, now, my friends, it is your turn. Think about your day yesterday or a story from last week and try to describe it using past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Start with what happened, then describe what was happening, and finally, show what had already happened before another action. Practice speaking slowly, smiling, and clearly because repetition helps you remember. You did a great job today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this lesson to practice English with your friends. Keep using the past tenses in your stories. Stay focused, stay encouraged, and I will see you next time on English Resonance.